Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna go through it together.
Hello there YouTube, this is Tycooners Steve, welcoming you to a new Tycoon 2 series on my channel, and today we're doing a start to a very special project. This one is called Zoo-Gether, because it's not just going to be your friendly neighborhood Zoo Tycooner Steve building this zoo. This is actually going to be a multi-Zookeeper zoo. I'm going to be teaming up with some fellow YouTubers that still rock the Zoo Tycoon 2 here on, YouTube, that's why they're called YouTubers, and we're going to get together to build this zoo one exhibit at a time. And I've been given both the honor and the responsibility, the awesome responsibility of creating the entrance for our zoos here. So I'm going to get us started and pass this along to some other very good Zoo Tycooners that have their own channels. We're going to be creating. Well, I think you get it. I think you get the idea. I'm going to do the first part, then I'm going to pass it along, next part, and then we're going to keep passing it around. It'll probably eventually get back to me because we have a pretty good map here. And I decided not to make a super large area to start the entrance. Now, you notice I might have said, or you might have noticed that I said that I had the both responsibility and the burden of creating the entrance area, and I consider it that way because the entrance area really does sort of create the entire mood of the zoo. And I was given an option. I could either go super crazy and build a huge entrance. There wasn't really any restrictions put on me. I could even have made a first exhibit, but I decided instead to be charitable to others, not mess up anybody else's plans quite yet. Maybe I'll go crazy later and mess everything up for everyone else. But instead, I'm going to build a fairly simple entrance area, just kind of a front area, the ticket booth, and like the actual gateway you would use to get into the zoo. So that's what our goal is going to be here. Still, I'm going to take my time and try to get a little bit of a display here. I am teaming up with other people, so I got to show my stuff. I can't, do a half a job here. I got to really wow them the aisles. Otherwise, who knows? Maybe they'll kick me out and I'll have to lose my Tycooner license. You never know. These people are cutthroats. But going through here, I'm just trying to build this out. Something like that. Yes. And wrap around here. And I have kind of already settled on the design here where I'm going to use these blinds that you can get from Ruben and Sophie along with their Darkwood building pack to kind of create a log cabin effect here in the entrance. I think that's the opening goal. Just throwing these things across here. Just so it kind of looks like everything's kind of slatted. Is that the word? Slotted. Slatted? You decide. It's a choose your own word adventure. And also going to kind of try to make this place as pretty as possible too. Now where is the... Yes, there we go. I'm going to put some cat's logs on the sides here. Give it more of that log cabin effect. Use some kind of naturalistic looking logs instead of the post that you would get with the building sets from the Zeta Designs. So we'll keep dropping these guys down here. Actually, we need to go to a 3 height post, so it's contiguous. Contiguous is the word of the day if you're playing along at home. And we'll put a post here and here. And I think we also want to put one here. Slide it in so it looks like it's slotted. I think is what we want to do. Now, of course, the downside to having a smaller entrance area like this is that I do have less influence on the zoo. And it also means that it gives other people opportunity to just blow me out of the water, because I've seen what these other people can do. It's not too shabby. I'm sure we're going to be very, very impressed and probably a little ashamed of this entrance by the end of it, because I'm expecting extreme awesome things from this zoo. But for now, I'm just going to do my best and hope that I can wow them a little bit too. I think I will. Hopefully will. Fingers crossed. And we'll just go back here. And yeah, I'm still going to go ahead. I'm not going to build anything past the actual entrance area, but I'm going to go ahead and get the paneling. What did we decide the word was? We're going to get the blinds here to simulate whatever we're trying to simulate on the backside as well, just so it's entirely complete. And like I said, I'm not going to do my usual thing I do with entrances where I also like build in a bathroom and a gift shop right away. I'm going to leave that completely open to the next person. And I'm going to be completely surprised because the rules are we're not exactly talking about it beforehand. I really don't know what's coming next. The next person might spend all their time on bathrooms and gift shops and stuff, or they might go crazy and just put in an animal exhibit right away. Just complete madness, going straight for the end without thought or regard to what they're doing. Oops. Need to get rid of here. I put down a bunch of invisible pathways to kind of level everything out first, but now I'm going to put in a water hazard, and that's... oh no! The dreaded resizing. Quick cut here. I should be back in just a second. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back in just a second. The suspense was killing me, but get this fixed. Why is this not working? I guess I'm not going to be back just a second because I'm recording and talking throughout all of this. There we go. Smooth it out. And just get this. I'm going to do a shallow water. I think it's better. There we go. Okay, and rebuild this real quick. Like so, and like so. And then also, like so. Yeah, there's that pathway. And such. Like so and such. Get rid of this needless borders. Going up through here. And I'm also going to build this little seating area in the front. I think it's going to make it look a little more realistic. Just build you up. Whoop. Get that nice and even. Not entirely sure how I want to do this. Not entirely sure. Should have thought about it more. Here in the Zoo-Gether map. Zoo-Gether. We build Zoo-Gether. There we go. Get that nice and rounded on both sides. I'm going to have to do it like that. There we go. Nice and rounded on both sides. That's the drawback of the throwing down the invisible pathway everywhere. It makes the ground all nice and flat and even everywhere, but it also kind of messes with your borders and doesn't let you do a roundy path, so you have to kind of tweak it like I'm doing right now. Of course, this was merely a learning exercise and not a mistake. As you know, mistakes are not things I make, so... yeah, take that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put down the zoo path. I don't know if the other keepers are going to leave this open for guests. I kind of feel not, but it's up to them. Again, I'm not in control. I don't like the... I was going to go with the brick and the wood fence, but it's not really charming me, so I'm looking at different options. Well, you know what I could do? I'm going to think about that. Give me a second here. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and put some signage in while I'm thinking. Signage in. Let me go ahead and put some signage in while I'm thinking. Zoo-Gether. We build Zoo-Gether. And Zoo-Gether, we're gonna make a zoo. Zoo-Gether, we build Zoo-Gether. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change this to this, like, stone and then wood. And I'm switching it to that because it has darker wood. So it looks like the thing I'm making the sign and the ticket booth out of, and now I can go ahead and grab these blinds and kind of tie the whole area together with that same pattern with these ones here. Like so. Yeah, and it looks like it's all kind of made from the same brilliant, yet perhaps mad mind. It's walking the tightrope between brilliance and insanity, as most of my creations are. Zoo-Gether. We build Zoo-Gether. What I really should do is, in this first episode, just go ahead and put down a bunch of those white flowers on the pathways everywhere and kind of force everyone else to put down the white flowers too, just to tie the zoo together. That would be evil. Worth it, but evil. And just everywhere there's a corner, we're going to drop more of these cat's logs, tie it together. Since we're doing a smaller area, I'm also going to spend a little more time with like the landscaping here. So let's go ahead and build up the rocks around our little opening pond area. If you want a really cool entrance, like a really, really big super entrance, yeah, one of my fellow Zoo-Gether is Zoo Tycooner 13. She's currently working on a really cool African zoo, and if you go to the first video in that series, she did a really cool entrance that does have, you know, tickets and gift shop. There's a restroom area. It's a really, really cool thing. So if you want to see what a really big, large entrance is, or if you're looking for something to inspire you for that, go ahead and skip to her channel. I'm going to be linking the channel for all the Zoo-Gether Zookeepers below in the comments box, and of course I'm going to be pointing you to their series as they come out. I don't think there's a set schedule. It's just going to be passed along as soon as the Zookeepers can do them. So look and enjoy them. But no, we're all super excited for this, so I expect us to all be doing these things pretty quickly. You notice I skipped ahead of my other series. I still haven't finished my subscriber zoo. That's coming. Trust me, the votes are in. I just got to do one more episode, and that one will be done. But so excited for this new venture. Skipping ahead, just like I'm skipping these rocks one over each other to line our pathway here. Since we're using those invisible pathways, obviously we don't have the borders. So we're going to kind of fake the borders by putting down these pretty cool little rocks that we have here. I'm also kind of determining the foliage, so I'm going with these English oaks from the European Expedition packs and some sugar maples, throwing down the grass, which I love and that we've never abandoned, and some of these big blue stem, which is another plant I use a lot. Those are actually from the vanilla Zoo Tycoon game, so everybody that has Zoo Tycoon has access to those big blue stems. Alright? So hopefully that's not going to mess up with anybody's ideas for what they're going to do inside the zoo. Like this fountain. It's like, oh, you didn't. And it was instantly fixed. Amazing. That's amazing how quickly that fixed itself. It's almost like there was an edit there, but there totally wasn't. I just did it with the power of my mind. Filling in this with grass area. And I'm still going to throw down some more stones down here during the part of the sitting area that we don't have curved. Again, just kind of tying it all in, like so. And let me go ahead and grab a couple benches. I think I'm going to go with a modern bench. I think those are the most neutral and will work for the outside area. Truthfully, this is the outside area. I guess once you get in the zoo, you could completely change the plants and everything that's hanging out there, so I'm not going to worry too much about messing people up. I am going to drop down some of these potted, not potted, but well, I guess I could call, no, they're not in a pot. What would you call those? They're in a hexagon, these hexagon plants. Throw in a little gate there, and build up some grass against the edges as if the zoo has had some time to grow. It's not a brand new zoo, it's an old growth zoo. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, I wanted to put some of these mahogany viewing posts in. I don't think I have a better cover, yeah. Just kind of get a little faux roof going there. I think that's going to look great. Oh, you know what I haven't done is I haven't done anything to the actual ticket booths. I haven't put any pictures or anything in yet. So first of all, let's drop this label up top so that people know what this building is. And I guess depending on what the other people do, I can always come back to this area. I don't know. We haven't talked about editing other people's area. Note to self, ask about editing other people's areas. I don't really intend to, but I would like the ability to go back and kind of edit mine if I think they're not living up to the other amazing things I'm sure we'll see in the zoo. Just a little wall decoration here, throwing on a couple of pictures in the background to make it look like they're not all alone. And we got some, I wanted to get rid of that, that was not supposed to be there. Get some doors in here, and we'll go ahead and put these fake darkwood doors on here. Most of the building sets I'm using, I should point out, come from the Zeta Designs. What else have I used that's not a Zeta design? Well, I used the fountain from the Colonial pack, and like I said, I used the trees from the European Expeditions, but I think that pretty much covers everything. Possibly, potentially. Although I'm going to use this opening times board, pretty sure I downloaded this one from the Gaia message boards. Not positive about that, double check that. But anyway, I'm just going to scatter out some of this grass here. Again, this is an old growth zoo. And now we're going to go ahead and take our first walk around. You can see our beautiful Zoo-Gether design. It's a little opening water area. I didn't put a fence around. You could fall in there and play in there if you wanted, I guess. That's looking pretty good. There's our ticket booth. And yeah, I really like the tying the dark wood with the slatted panels. I'm going with the slatted panels. Let's go ahead and take a look through here. Yeah, I do like how that came out. In fact, I really like how the little, I put some of those blinds over the entrance that are just kind of floating. I'm going to actually fill this area in. It looked a little sparse there. That was the point of that click sound I made earlier when I was talking, and I was also thinking about doing things, and now I thought about those things and done those things, and we're both better for it. I think you enjoyed it, I know I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed it with me. And then just a few more big blue stems, fantabulous. Going down here, Zoo-Gether, we build Zoo-Gether. That's what I was talking about, that those blinds that are above the actual entrance with just the cat poles on either end. I think that gives it a nice little look. Going into here, I think I might have made a minor mistake. Gonna fix it now, gonna fix it now. I'm gonna put down a visible path back here, and that way there's not a single border thing. You totally didn't even see that, did you? I saw it. I've got the eyes of an eagle. But, yeah, feeling pretty good about that. Feeling pretty good about that. I think that's a pretty good starter entrance. It's simple. I don't think it's going to mess anybody up, and it's going to be a fine introductory episode to our Zoo-Gether. I can't wait to see what the other people do. I'm going to go ahead and, I guess I'm going to have to edit this video next is the next thing. So I'm going to have to go ahead and edit this video, and then I'm going to pass it off to the next Zookeeper in line. I'm not going to, I think the next Zookeeper in line is DYL. I'm just going through here. I'm very nervous to end this because I'm nervous about handing it out and having other people judge me and finding myself wanting. Particularly since I've seen some of the work that the other people have done, like I said, and they're really good. So I'm going to see if I can't put down a little sign here that says entrance. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I think this might be a problem. Let me see. I don't think that's going to work. I think I'm going to have to bring it up one higher, but let me double check that. I don't even know if bringing it up one higher will work now that I think about it. But let's go ahead and do a little experiment. Okay, this is not quite the final walkthrough. I know they did the little star wipe final walkthrough thing probably. When I go back to edit this, I better do the star wipe thing so it all matches up. But let's see if we can get a welcome sign here. I don't know if it's even going to be big enough to fit. Well, WELCUM, it's going to be very tight, so we're going to give this a try. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to let it be as it is and just take a deep breath and accept it. But let's go ahead and try one more thing. Now let's bring this one higher to see if we can just put the words in front of the blinds, maybe. Together, we swim, we build together. This is very good. I guess I should note, since this is going to be a big theme of this series, is probably going to be about the different design, at least when I'm talking, because the thing that interests me most is the different design choices that we make as Zoo Tycooners. I find more and more that I get, I enjoy making like buildings and exhibits where sort of the core building is very, very simple, but then they've got a lot of little details and everything to make it look cool, which is why I ended up going with the like sort of simple ticket booth, because if you look at the actual booth I built, it's like a 5x2. It's not like, it's just kind of a square, or not square, it's kind of a rectangular box. I don't think I'm going to have enough room for the E, because the M's so wide. But then, you know, you build it at 2 levels, you put the little, the railings in front of it to kind of simulate a line. You go ahead and put those slatted panelings, slotted, I still can't decide. And I think that makes it work a lot more, and at least that's the, I shouldn't say work a lot more, it's the design that I'm kind of most interested in. But you can see when you turn around here, it's very flat and simple. That's partially to give my next Zookeeper as many options as possible, but it's also partially because I do just like that start simple and really just build up the little details. And I think that's going to work best. I think that's the way to go. It's the way I'm going to go, at least, so it's the way this video is going to go, and at least for now, I'm going to play nice. But if they wrong me, if somebody messes up my design, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna destroy. I'm gonna blow the whole thing up. I'm gonna put diagonals where straights should be. Things like that. You know, real rebel stuff. That's why I play Zoo Tycoon 2. I'm a rebel at heart. That area is kind of open, but I don't really think I want to put anything. I think if I put anything there, it would feel cramped. So let's go ahead real quick and do a real final walkthrough now. So go okay, starting here. You rev up. There we go. That's our Zoo-Gether. Yes. Okay. And just making sure everything looks good, that we've tied it all in. Of course, our fountains from the colonial set is flowing. I really like that fountain. I really like burying it in water. I do that a lot. This is probably the 4th or 5th time I've recorded myself doing that on this channel. So what I'm trying to say is you're welcome. And just peering in here, making sure these all look good. Yeah, you can see I just put in those little snack things. So like if you went there, they could buy a soda or something when you get in. That way that wasn't just a bunch of empty spaces. Yeah, I really do like how that turned out. I think it pulls together well. Pulls together well. Yes. Yes. I don't have a problem with the little sitting area. There's a little hitbox thing where the wall disappeared for a second, but it corrected itself, so I'm not worried about that. And we'll go ahead and run through the gates. And let's just make sure... Yeah, everything looks good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Kind of small, kind of simple, but I think it looks really good, and I think it's going to give the next person a lot of opportunity to kind of do what they want, and I'm very interested to see what happens next. So let's go ahead and see. Yeah, we got a lot of zoo left, so we should get a lot of episodes out of this. This size zoo, I usually get about 20 to 25 episodes, so we'll see. It depends on how crazy the other people go, I guess. If they make a bunch of little exhibits or a bunch of big exhibits, ooh, I'm so excited. New multi-Zookeeper series always gets me pumped. But anyway, this is Zoo Tycooner Steve saying thank you. I want to join you. Thank you if you like this video. Be sure to actually like this video. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to this channel, I'm going to continue to post updates both when I do more on this series and when other Zookeepers do their episodes of it. Again, all the other Zookeepers, their channels will be linked down below, or at least the next person's will be linked down below, and I'll try to keep you posted. Of course, I also have other series on this channel. You want to check those out. That's another good reason to subscribe. You might also want to hit that little notification bell too. Anyway, this is Zoo Tycooners Steve saying bye.